All right. Well, it looks like we're live and online here, so we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I apologize, everyone that is online. We're about a minute or so behind, but we're going to go ahead and get started now. My name is Jason Martinez, and you are viewing the Summit Alliance Advantage Tuesday training. As you can see, today we're going to talk about, the message that we're trying to spread of the new kind of life insurance. We always mention, and you hear us mention often about when people think of life insurance, in most cases, they, just think of when I pass away, my beneficiary is going to receive a death benefit. And, most people don't have a good understanding of the new kind of life insurance, and that's life insurance that offers living benefits. And, when you realize and when you understand the power and what living benefits can do, just like the question says below, if you know what living benefits can do, don't you think everyone else should too? And, ultimately, that's what we're going to talk about today. And real quick, just to start it off, there's a lot of great material that can be obtained from the carriers. One of the things that we're about to show you just briefly, it's about a 4-minute video, not too long at all. But it's a tool that you can use, out in the field to kind of open your client's mind up to, how they can protect themselves in the different ways that they can put this protection in place that they may not have thought about in the past. And as we get older and we start off, we're invincible, right? And we get a little older and some occurrences happen, whether it be personal or family or friends we know. And eventually we come to the realization of, we're not invincible, right? So, no one is exempt from these conditions. But I'm going to go ahead and play this short video for you. And just know, again, I mentioned that these videos and these training materials can be found at the carrier website. Take advantage of that. If you have not logged on to the carrier websites and become familiar with the back office, that's highly recommended, because there you're going to find marketing material that they send out to you at no cost. As a matter of fact, attached to this webinar, you're going to see some of the marketing pieces that you can simply download, and from there, you can also go to the carrier website and order this material. Now, this video we're about to watch, this is available on the National Life website. It's in the back office with a few other videos as well. You can also, as you see the YouTube link there, for those of you that are viewing it, for some reason the 4-minute video doesn't play. I believe it will, but if not, you can always gain access to that at the link. So I'm going to go ahead and play this now. So give me one brief moment.
Well, it was a crazy day. It was September 26th, 2011. Mason was 9 months old, and I got a call from the doctor that had got off that. And it was pretty tough for her. What it was a different language. I had no idea what she meant. And she had breakdown. I was with her when she received a phone call from the doctor. I gave her the result. I knew that the conversation was. And when she hung up, she looked at me And as she broke down, she had breast cancer. I was 30 years old and healthy, and I'm on the baby and breastfeeding, and you don't expect your child to tell you that they had cancer. Now, it's just not supposed to work that way. Treatment was the first thing I thought of how to get rid of this cancer and get it out of my body. I just gave my dad and did because we pH. And thank God I did because they was first learned about life insurance through a really close family friend who's an agent. I started finding treatment on radiation. An agent came to me and said, look, we might be able to help you out here with your accelerated benefits. Might be able to get that stuff. And you were definitely right. We helped with all of my medical bills and really got better than having burden of financial stress. I just really never understood the power and flexibility of insurance. Days and just weekly benefits check national life and just totally changed, their financial health. My motto is live a life you love. So I first got diagnosed with cancer. My husband hands me thousands of bracelets that said my motto, live a life you love. So we are today. The more you open your eyes to love and let it rule your life, the better it's going to be. And I'm so grateful that Jessica was responsible and not life insurance. At the agent, was generous and told Jessica that abundant power, that national life, and the integrity and take through on there in the field. My God. My advice to people to take their the life insurance that you're never too young for life insurance. Not I live a life.
There we go. And I mean, just a small sample of some of the marketing tools that are available. And I mean, that's a real story. That's a real life story. Jessica, a policy owner of with National Life, had that illness, and again was able to take advantage of the benefits that she had in place. And just looking at some of the statistics, in living in critical illness and illnesses that can occur. Nearly 1 out of 3 Americans feel that the loss of primary household wage earner would be felt financially within a month. We talk about that. Uh, that's unfortunate because people are so dependent, upon the income. And a lot of times, when I talk about mortgage protection to my clients, a lot of times we all agree at the kitchen table that it takes 2 incomes to support the household. And if something were to happen to one of the incomes or the primary income earner, it's going to be devastating financially to the family, and very quickly, within a month. And there's people saying that even sooner than that, that within a couple of paychecks, a paycheck. So having just having that protection in place, and just like Jessica said, getting at a young age, that's just a good idea in itself because the cost of insurance goes up as we get older. And the younger you are, and insurance will never be as cheap as it is for you today. And, as you get older, the cost is going to keep going up. 1 in 5 people wish their spouse or partner had life insurance. Again, supporting households, supporting families, building, growing families. If something were to happen to one or the other, not only do you lose, your life, your partner, but you lose that support. And it can be tough. 1 in 2 adults will have at least one chronic illness. There's all kinds of chronic illnesses that can occur, And you can see the statistics, 50% of adults will have at least one chronic illness. And not all 50% of the people, or even, not all the people that need the coverage have it, and you don't know if you're going to be that one in two. And, so again, just knowing the benefits that are available and what you can put into place, and even looking at the statistic, 1 in 4 65-year-olds will live past 90. You're living too long. And now we're talking about the new type of life insurance. We're talking about coverage that, will not only cover you if you die, right? We know about that. It's going to cover you in case of life, in case of a death, because it's life insurance. It's going to cover you in case of an illness. We talked a little bit about that. But it's also going to cover you if you live too long, because of the benefits that it has there with the cash value building aspect of your policy, the lifetime income that you cannot outlive with your policy. So again, just phenomenal benefits that you can take advantage of with a new kind of life insurance, with living benefits. 2 out of 4 households that have filed for personal bankruptcy were due to medical problems. And there's another statistic on top of this, that a large percentage of those people had health insurance. So here they had health insurance, a medical challenge occurred, they utilized their health insurance, they paid the deductible, used it, and maybe hit maximums or whatever the case may be, and they still had to file for bankruptcy due to medical bills and concerns because, again, lack of protection. You just, if you break it down and you look at it, the benefits that can be added or that are included in a lot of these policies, because keep in mind, a lot of these policies, these benefits are included at no additional cost. So you're talking about having, hundreds of thousands or possibly, millions of dollars worth of coverage, worth of benefit at no additional cost. So, again, phenomenal program. Now, looking at some of the living benefits where, you always hear us talk a lot about National Life. It's because they have one of the most competitive products out there. We'll see that here in a little bit. But if we're looking at some of the critical illnesses and critical injury benefits that are available, they cover so much more than most of the other carriers out there. And we'll see that here shortly. ALS, aortic graft surgery, cystic fibrosis, heart attack, stroke. One benefit that they have that sets them apart from many of the other, or really sets them apart from all the carriers out there, to my knowledge, is the fact that they have critical injury, coma, paralysis, severe burns, traumatic brain injury. There's no other carrier out there that I know about. If there is, and you know about them, please share. But that offers critical injury benefits. Truckers, it's a phenomenal program to have. Accidents can occur. So many, public officials, servants, first responders, there's all kinds of people that would really love to have some type of critical injury benefits. And again, people don't think about that. There's wrecks happening, unfortunately, this morning on my way in. There's a lot of traffic due to a wreck. Who knows if there was some type of injury there. And again, there's not another carrier that offers critical injury benefits that I know about. So please, if you know about them, let me know, because this is phenomenal to have, basically 17 different triggers for your critical illness, your terminal illness, your critical injury benefits. Again, something that sets apart National Life from a lot of the other carriers that are out there. And we talk about, again, the critical illness benefits and everything that covers. And then it's also the aspect of benefits that cover you when you live too long. Because you don't know how long you're going to live. You don't know how much you need for retirement. But you do know that you can put a program in place that's going to offer you income for life, a guaranteed stream of tax-free income for life. It's also going to give you access to the cash. So many people use different forms of retirement programs, different types of saving plans, and, there's restrictions and limits and, penalties and fees and all of these things associated with those types of accounts. And here you have the ability to take advantage of an account where you have access to funds that you can use to help pay for your children's college or your grandchildren's college. We have a lot of clients that put this in place for their kids for a college funding program. Again, because you can set aside money in these policies, it can grow tax-free. And another benefit to it, using it as a college funding account, is the fact that it cannot be held against them when they go to apply for student grants and loans. It's not again, if a student goes to apply for student grants and loans, they're going to take a look at their assets. And if they have a large sum of money sitting somewhere, a college funding account of some sort, they're going to count that against them. But if that college funding account is in the form of insurance and an IUL, again, it's not going to be counted against them as an asset. So, so many advantages there. Meet unexpected emergencies, supplement your retirement income. And again, I can't stress enough the benefit of having a guaranteed stream of tax-free income for life that you cannot outlive. And, again, so there's so many phenomenal benefits in utilizing, the IUL product with living benefits. And there's other products that have living benefits, some not as expensive. It's real important to know that, a lot of people do not have any type of critical or chronic illness or terminal illness benefits, and utilizing these programs with living benefits can be a big benefit, to your client base. And I mean, that's going to help build your business. People, if you ever have a situation where your client has to utilize this program, take advantage of the benefits, that hits home with them. And they're going to tell so many people, and their center of influence are going to, know the situation and know how they dealt with it, and they're going to want to talk to their insurance agent as well. So, again, doing the right things for clients is just building the longevity of your business, and utilizing products. The new type of life insurance is very important. So, having that understanding, of the benefits, knowing some of these, statistics, just looking at the life expectancy of males and females here. For men, they're living 9 years longer. Women are living 7 years longer. And, that's amazing. Life expectancy is increasing. And with that, the need for planning needs to increase, but some people are not. Utilize programs that can have a good understanding of how these programs, can be a benefit to you, your family, and your clients that you work with on a daily basis. And again, what's great about the benefits that you receive, it's your money. They're not assigning these benefits to the hospital like your medical insurance would. They're not assigning these benefits or the death benefit to, the lender for like mortgage protection or something like a traditional old mortgage protection policy would. These benefits you receive, you heard Jessica, they receive the check. They get to decide what they're going to use those funds for. If they need to take care of household expenses, pay bills, even if they want to do some home modification or whatever, they have that's their decision to make because it's their money. Again, so utilizing these benefits, again, can put your family in a financial situation way better off than they would be if they did not have these type of benefits and some type of medical challenge were to occur. So, again, just knowing these little things about, what living benefits can do can be a big, huge benefit to you in your business. So again, I talked earlier about some of the marketing materials that the carriers have. This is another very short marketing. It's a flyer. It's a one-page flyer. And on it, it has some very strong statistics, and it also just talks briefly about what living benefits can do, life insurance with living benefits. And also this attachment, for those of you online, is available for download on the webinar. And if you look at the statistics, 1 out of 2 adults will have at least one chronic illness. We touched on that earlier. 1 out of 2 men and 1 out of 3 women will develop cancer in their lifetime. So 50% of men, 33% of women will develop cancer in their lifetime. That's staggering. The average length of disability is about 7 years. Again, the chronic illness, things to that effect, back injuries, things to that effect. 1 out of 2 households that have filed for personal bankruptcy were due to medical problems. We touched on that a little bit. And again, some of those people had medical insurance. A stroke occurs every 40 seconds in the United States. Again, that's another trigger. And if you have this coverage in place, you can utilize the benefits to take care of the expenses, time off work, loss of income, whatever the case may be. Again, a little brief, short flyer, a little very easy, accessible tool. You can order this directly from the carrier. So again, for those of you, that are experienced, you're familiar with logging onto the carrier website and ordering your material and have them ship it to you. For those of you that are new, you need to become familiar with the carrier website. You're going to get a welcome email once you're contracted with the carrier. You need to take that information because they're going to give you instructions in that welcome email on how to gain access to the website. You need to make sure and log on to the website, navigate around. If you have questions, call the agent mentor here at Summit, call the carrier, call someone to get that question answered. But become familiar with the back office of your website because there's so many tools back there. Not only are there marketing tools that you can take advantage of, but there's also tools that you can use to follow up on your business, follow up on pending requirements. Make sure that the applications that you're taking on your clients go issue paid. And basically what that means is the underwriter can review it, make a decision, issue a policy, and you get paid. And, that whole process you need to follow through. It doesn't end, I've mentioned this before, it doesn't end at the kitchen table when you take the application. You need to follow that through. Now, if you're utilizing the phone, like the phone products and stuff like that, a lot of those get issued immediately. So they're paperless applications. You don't have to really follow up as much because there's, a limited amount of mistakes that you can make on a paperless application. But nonetheless, you need to become familiar with the carrier website so you can order marketing materials like this and have this at your disposal. So when you're out there, when you meet someone, if you talk to someone, would be something nice to hand to them with your business card attached. Again, other ways to get out there and market yourself. You need to brand yourself as your client's insurance agent. When people think of insurance, they need to think of you. And, again, that's just another small way to grow your business. Of course, we have leads to take advantage of, but as a well-rounded insurance agent, you need to learn how to market yourself. You need to learn how to be proud of what you do. Don't be a secret agent. You've heard us say that before. And again, marketing materials like this can be very beneficial in providing that extra bit of confidence that you may need to, because these are, nice materials that the carriers provide, to us as agents to go out into the field with and share the message, pass along the information to our clients. This is another client brochure that's attached. Briefly goes over the benefits, talks about them, gives an explanation on them, gives some pages of statistics there. 70% of people over 65 will need assisted care. Again, these are things that hit home with people. You're sitting down with someone who's 59 years old. Well, it's only 6 years later before they're going to fall into that 70% statistic. And do they have a crystal ball to know if they're going to need assisted care in 6 years or not? Who knows what's going to happen. So again, that's why we put protection in place. You don't go out and have a car accident and then go get auto insurance. No, you have it before the accident happens. So again, just having tools like this, and this is available. Again, if you're tuning in on the webinar, you can download this as an attachment on the webinar under handouts. But this is just a nice little brochure, again, that you can have, another tool, another resource, something else that they have. This is actually a page in that brochure. But again, it goes over the benefits. You're going to sit down with people that are not thinking about these things that can happen. And again, I can't stress enough the fact that National Life offers critical injury. So many different carriers, so many different companies, they have great products, they have great programs, but they don't cover all of the things that this covers. Again, critical injury is huge, covering coma paralysis, severe burns, and traumatic brain injury. So again, just something nice that you can have to sit down with your client, help, relay, get the message across, and help with presentation and things to that effect. Something also, you can leave with the client, or again, something that you can order from the carrier and hand out and market yourself and pass out with your car. This is a very sharp piece here. This is what I referred to earlier. I mentioned earlier we really like National Life, and with good reason, because they're pioneers in the IUL living benefits market. They come out with coverage first. They come out with programs first. They come out with products, and a lot of times you'll notice that other carriers follow suit. They've been doing this for years. National Life here, life expectancy 24 months. You'll notice all these big name carriers: Lincoln, Penn Mutual, Pacific, Mass Mutual, New York Life. 12 months. And you have a few that are there in line with National Life: American National, North American, AIG. They're leaders here with living benefits. Down below, you notice where it says critical illness, number of triggers, 13. And again, most of the carriers don't even have critical illness options or triggers. Then you'll notice critical injury, 4. No other carrier, again, part of the reason, to my knowledge, unless there's another carrier out there that I don't know about, offers critical injury benefits. And these big name carriers, New York Life, AIG, Transamerica, Pacific Life, but yet you have National Life, big name carrier in their own right, A-rated and highly rated carrier with benefits offered that other carriers don't offer. So again, at Summit Alliance Advantage, we partner with carriers. We utilize products for a specific reason. We want to make sure as agents, you're out in the field, you're the most competitive at the kitchen table. Because if you're sitting at the kitchen table with your client, people like to shop, but if you're there with full confidence, letting them know that you've done the shopping for them, that you're providing them with a product that is going to be best for their family, there's not a product that they can go get that's going to be better. That not only gives you the confidence, but that gives the client the belief in your ability to get things taken care of as their insurance agent. What are they going to do? They're going to recommend their family, their friends, and you're their insurance agent for life. So, again, you can utilize these pieces. You can get out there and, we get the message across with easy-to-use tools, easy-to-use materials that you can order directly from the carrier. So, again, a phenomenal product, phenomenal benefits. Another carrier that we utilize, this is a great product for mortgage protection, is the Trendsetter product with living benefits. This is a term product. It's kind of an all-in-one type of product that offers, a client will receive a letter offering them or notifying them of benefits that they're eligible for mortgage protection, life, disability, critical illness, things to that effect. What's great about this product is it covers all of that in one. A lot of products you have to add on disability, you have to add on critical illness. Well, the Trendsetter LB, Trendsetter Living Benefits, automatically includes the living benefits portion of the coverage. And they have neat little marketing pieces that you can utilize as well. This is a very simple marketing piece. It's again, just a little small brochure, and in it has just a little breakdown. So you can sit down, you can talk to your clients, you can kind of go over everyday expenses, what they're facing now, unexpected expenses, and kind of total that up. And that's going to help direct you as far as to how much coverage you could potentially put in place. It's going to open their eyes up to the understanding that they need more coverage than they may have thought that they did before, you kind of broke down their expenses. And then, again, you look at the little illustration here with the circle. You have the death benefit. Of course, that's the primary protection. And within that, you have critical illness, chronic illness, terminal illness. So, again, another great product to go out and provide that protection for your clients and provide that all-around protection, the all-around protection that people, really don't know that they can get. Again, they think of life insurance, they think of the basic policy. So, again, another neat tool that you can use. Another neat aspect to this marketing piece is it has stories in there. These are stories of clients. This gentleman, Michael, had a $1 million policy. A few years later into the policy, ended up having an accident, needed an organ transplant, and accessed over $668,000 of his policy. And he only paid, to age 55, he only paid $10,000 into the policy over that period of time before he had to access that benefit. So, again, there's all kinds of stories there in this little brochure. I think there's three other stories or two other stories in here. Again, just little marketing to illustrate how the benefits can provide protection in a time of need. So very neat marketing pieces, very easy to gain access to. Again, we're talking about the new kind of life insurance. I can't stress enough how you have to get out there and let people know, and like the question asked, after seeing this information today, who do you think should know about living benefits, just the living benefits aspect of it? And I mean, because that encompasses so much. That encompasses the critical illness, the terminal, the critical injury, as we discussed and highlighted, and also the savings aspect of it. The retirement protection is what I commonly refer to it as, because, again, it's an account that you can set money aside, earn the benefits of the return, and have the protection of your account that you really can't get in other places. So, with that, and Ray, if you want to add something, or guys, if you have questions, I believe, sure if you can raise your hand here. I don't see anyone with questions there. But if you do have questions, you can either there's a raise hand function, or there's a, let's see here. Yeah, there's a raise hand function. But just keep in mind, okay, I'm going to briefly turn it over to Ray, so he's going to add a couple of things.
Yeah, we're doing time. Okay. The cool thing about the story, Jessica's story, it's a pretty cool story, right? I mean, that kind of puts a lot of value to what we're talking about. So one of the things about the story that I want to take back real quick is what she said. She said, my friend who's an agent turned me on to this, right? My friend who's an agent was contacting me to tell me about, hey, let me look into your accelerated benefits. Okay, so she gives credit to the friend who's an agent. That's all we always talk about. And Jason talked to you earlier about, hey, start thinking about who do you know? Who do you know? And the thing about it is everybody out there needs to know about living benefits. Everybody. Because, see, we say it a million times in presentation, and that's why we tell you guys, hey, look, even though you've seen the presentation we do at 11 o'clock over and over again, it's important to see it over and over again, to be present, to watch it over and over again, because you pick things up. Because what we're saying on there is the fact that they say, hey, how many people really know about life insurance? And when people think about life insurance, what do you think about? Right? What do you think about? I guarantee you they're not thinking about living benefits. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. When you talk about, hey, I'm on life insurance, people's minds are already made up about who you are, what you are. Here's an insurance. No, man. You have no clue what I do and what I know and how I can change your life. Jessica had no clue. Her mom had no clue about the power of what they had. Who turned them on to the clue? The agent. The agent said, oh, well, you know what? Let me find out for you. Let me look into your accelerated benefits. And, well, bam, her life's changed. So, the thing about living benefits is so, so important that we need to understand this and really know this and mean it's our crusade to go out there and talk to people about this is because the fact is this, we are living longer. We are living longer. And the thing about it is, what's going to happen? Are we going to have enough money are we going to outlive our money? That's a scary thought right there. Are we going to outlive our money? All the 16 different things that Jason was showing here earlier. No one on this call, no one in this room, no one in this whole entire building that we're in is exempt from having any of those things happen to them. And the sad thing is you think about it, how many people are not prepared? Are not prepared. Our job is to go out there and to educate. to inform, to make people prepared. You know, I'm not sure if any hands are popped up there or not. I can't see without my glasses. You know, but part of getting older, right? You're getting older, you gotta put on the new set of eyes. You know, but guys, I mean, you know, this is value what we do. This is not the old Oldsmobile insurance, you know, that our mom and daddy had. You know, this is a whole new life insurance out there, and this is why it's important to be educated about what's going on. It's important to see these kind of things. It's important being plugged into training. That's why we always say stay close to the fire for a reason. You know, that's why we say, hey, to keep coming back to, you know, we have the 11 o'clock meeting here every Tuesday. It's not because even though you've seen it once or twice, don't say, oh, well, I've seen it, you know, I got it. No, man. There's knowledge being dropped down every single time that we're doing it, and it's important to see it. The repetition, over and over and over again. Will you agree with me? There's some value in that. Because I promise you, you're like, oh man, I always finished for it. No. You see, all of a sudden one day you're sitting at the table talking to somebody, and all of a sudden, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, where'd that come from? Oh man, Jason says that all the time. You know, I just spit that out. I sound pretty good at saying it too. You know, you know. But that's how we do it. You know, that's how we do it. It's by repetition. Repetition is to know this. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to know. There's a lot of stuff to know. Okay, so we come into this insurance business. You know, there's a lot of stuff to know. That's why it's important to plug into what's going on in training. The living benefits, guys, is a huge deal. Think about how many people need to see living benefits just by themselves. So life insurance, we get it. If I die, my beneficiary gets X. Get it? Simple, easy breezy, nothing fancy about that. It is what it is. If I die, you know, my family's going to get whatever my policy is. What people don't, that's easy to understand. What they don't understand is the living benefits. They don't understand that, we're living longer, right? See, people are in denial. Would you agree with me on that? People are in denial. People are like, oh, well, that's not going to happen to me, right? Do you think Jessica, age 30, do you think she thought she was going to have cancer? Yeah, that was the furthest thing from her mind. The furthest thing from her mom. You say, you know, no parent wants to see their child go through have cancer. You think her mom never thought that her daughter will have cancer? You know, so no one thinks about these things, but we have to plan for these things. And you know, people talk about, you know, Jason talked about earlier too about the thing that you know, people who lose their homes because of medical bills. Right? People, you know, they can't, you know, or you know, I always say all the time in the presentation, you know, imagine the feeling. Here you are, you're laid up in bed, and you're fighting for your health. You're fighting for your life. At the same time, you're on the phone fighting with the bank to keep your house. I mean, is that a real scenario? Do you think that happens? You know? Because people don't understand what they have. So, you know, so you almost have to be like, when you talk to somebody, it's like, hey man, look, listen, you really need to see this. You almost got to, you know, almost got to twist their arm, you know, hog tie them if you have to. Look, man, you don't understand. You don't understand. What's going to happen if this happens to you? What's going to happen if that happens to you? Are you prepared? You know, because being a human being, we got to be responsible. Right? So me being a human being, me being a parent, me having a family, I gotta be responsible. You know, because I gotta make sure that my family is taken care of. I gotta make sure I'm taken care of. Right? I gotta make sure I'm taken care of. If something happens to me, but I'm not exempt by any means. I gotta go out today, get hit by a bus, have a stroke, have a heart attack. You know, or you know, one of our agents here, Robert. You know. He had a heart attack. He wasn't expecting that. That wasn't on his calendar. That wasn't on his agenda. you know? So it happens. So that's why we had to make it so important to talk about these things, to really understand there's a new kind of life insurance. This is not your daddy's Oldsmobile anymore. And, so, I get very passionate about this. We got to get passionate about it. And think about us as agents. When we're out there in the street, we got to be passionate about what we do. You can't just say, well, I'm an insurance agent. I'm going to go out there, it's a good training today. And I'm going to go, No, man. You got to be passionate about what you do. You got to be excited about it. Or Jason says, right? But don't be a secret agent. Don't be a secret agent. People got to know what you do. You got to be excited about what you do. Oh, man. You have to be living benefit. And you got to talk to people about this. But again, how many people do you know needs to hear this? Just think about yourselves right now. In your circle of influence, your circle of friends, how many people do you know really need to hear the power of living benefits? Everybody. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter, what's going on. People say, well, I can't afford it. No, man, look, man. There's $50 a month, $100 a month. Isn't it better to have a little something than nothing at all? When people say I can't afford it, man, you cannot afford it. You have to afford it. You have to make it happen. We have to make it happen. So, with that. So, anyway, so I appreciate the guys online here too, and hearing what we're having, and if you guys have any questions, there's a little hand button on there, or you want to shoot me a text message, ask a question. But I want you guys to fully understand the power of the living benefits, understand the power of what we do, understand the importance of what we do, be excited about what we do, be encouraged about what we do, and make it happen. Talk to people. Talk to people. Talk to people. I talk to people all the time. You ask me what you do. I'm proud of what I do. One of the biggest buzz killers when I talk to somebody is like, hey, so what do you do? Well, I sell insurance. And they, okay, all right, well, have a good day, Ray. I'll see you later. If we're going to get out of the conversation real quick, say I'll sell insurance. But I thought, hey, I show people how. Hey, Ray, what do you do? Well, I show people like yourself how they can retire years earlier, much more earlier than you thought that you can, and do it tax free. Then I said, quiet. You think I might get a response for that? I show people how to protect their families, in case anything happens to them, and do so in a way that's kind of tax free. I say things that provoke an option for them to ask questions back. Anyways, I'm going to have Jason come on here.
Absolutely. Real quick, just to the Transamerica piece that we went over, that can be found on Transamerica's website, just as the National Life pieces. So, yeah, any of the carrier pieces, just to address the question that was asked where that piece can be found, that website, it's Transamerica's website, it's Agent Net Info. As a newly contracted agent, you'll have that new email from Transamerica with direction to gain access to that. And the Transamerica product, the living benefits, that does not offer the cash value portion. That is just the critical, the terminal illness benefits on the Transamerica policy. The IUL of National Life does have the cash value building, just to address that question. So with that, again, we're excited to get the message out. Hopefully you are too. And, hopefully, you're not hiding behind your license, right? This is, you have a license to do a lot of things for a lot of people as a licensed insurance agent. So, use that to the fullest extent, and, take advantage of how you can help people. So with that, we're going to take a brief break before we get started on our business overview today. So I want to thank everyone for attending the training today. This is Jason Martinez with Summit Alliance Advantage signing off. Everyone, giddy up.